there's a chemical in the water. There has been a plethora of character development throughout the show's 20 plus seasons, and it's made some viewers wonder how that happened. Back in season 5, we're shown that Lake Quahog is extremely polluted.
This water feels kind of funny.
Yeah, and it smells bad.
Dad, look! Holy crap!
So does that mean the chemicals in the water could be causing some brain damage to the residents drinking it? Peter, Lois, and Chris have become darker as characters, while Stewie has lightened up, and maybe the contaminated water has caused these dramatic character changes. Furthermore, the theory suggests that the cutaways in the show are actually the result of some chemically induced hallucinations from the water. Maybe it's time the mayor tries to clean up the lake again.
So they can just dump their waste into the lake? This can't be legal.
What kind of world is this where you can't even trust the oil companies anymore?
Number 13. Peter Griffin's welfare fraud allowed him to buy Quahog. It seems like there isn't much that Peter Griffin can't get away with, and no matter how ridiculous his actions, you never really see him face any consequences for them. In the pilot episode, Peter ends up in jail for welfare fraud.
But Dad, I thought that kind of a big raise that allowed me to give my...
Run down and kill 2 teen girls were riding on an e-bike when cops say a 17-year-old in a Jeep mowed them down. And now we're learning one of the girls had complained repeatedly that the driver was stalking her. Anne Ricogliano has the latest.
They were best friends riding an e-bike when they were mowed down. Now, in a shocking twist, police accused the driver of deliberately ramming into the girls as they rode home from a school event. Police say it was a cold-blooded murder and say the suspect had targeted one of the girls because she'd spurned him. Maria Niotas and Isabella Salas, both 17, were killed. The grieving mothers supported each other as they walked to a vigil near the spot where their daughters' lives were taken away. This is where it happened, a quiet residential street in Cranford, New Jersey. A memorial to the young lives lost has been growing by the hour, and there's been a steady stream of distraught mourners. Police say the suspect fled the scene but was arrested nearby. Then, in an action that shocked many local residents, he was released after police initially thought it was an accident. Only later, when police learned one of the victims had a restraining order against him for alleged stalking, was the suspect arrested. We're not showing the suspect's face because he's a minor. He actually went online on a gaming site and tried to explain what happened.
This is a very serious incident that happened, and I really don't even know if I should be streaming this right now, but regardless of what happens, if you don't see me streaming for a little bit, you'll understand why. There's more to this story. It'll come out in the future. I'm a nice kid. I'm 17 years old with a good family by my side, and these allegations have been ruining everything.
The suspect is a relative of the police chief of the neighboring town. He released this statement: "I do unequivocally condemn the actions of the accused, and like you, I demand he face the consequences of his alleged actions in a court of law." As the town mourns the deaths of the 2 girls, their accused killer is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
He's a popular star from the Fast and Furious franchise, but today there's a warrant out for his arrest, and it has nothing to do with speeding. Cops are looking for Tyrese Gibson because his dogs killed his neighbor's pet. Jim Murray has the details.
Where is Tyrese Gibson? The singer and Fast and Furious actor is the subject of a police warrant for his arrest after cops say his pack of dogs mauled this adorable little dog to death in his posh Atlanta neighborhood.
People are terrified for their life, and the dog killed a dog last night.
Gibson's neighbor says his beloved King Charles Cavalier Spaniel named Henry was slaughtered when Gibson's unleashed guard dogs went on the attack.
It just makes me so sick.
Harrison Parker says he had let Henry out, not realizing that Gibson's pack was roaming the street.
In the darkness, there was this little pile of white fur, and he was dead. He was just a little guy. His little bark probably drew those dogs in, and he was just an easy target.
Parker says neighbors' ring camera video was taken the night Henry was killed. How would you describe these four dogs?
But what I've seen from the footage is they were on the hunt. They're huge animals.
Police investigating the case say they issued an arrest warrant for Gibson, but he failed to turn himself in. According to one report, he's in Los Angeles.
We could have just resolved it easily. It is a misdemeanor, but he's chosen this other route, so it is frustrating.
On Instagram, 46-year-old Gibson writes, I had no idea I would ever wake up to this nightmare, and I know the family must feel the same way. To them, please know that my heart is broken for you. I'm praying for your healing and for your beloved pet, who never deserved this. If you could talk to Tyrese, you didn't say anything to him, what would you want to say to him?
I would just say, why didn't you secure your dogs?
Tyrese Gibson's lawyer says he has made a difficult decision to move his dogs to a new safe and loving home. He also says he is cooperating with authorities to resolve the matter.
Hi, game day scratchers, please.
Here you go. It all comes down to this.
2022 was the final year in the lives of some 60 million people. Here are just a few of those lives. In September, the United Kingdom's Queen Elizabeth II died at age 96.
Inside Edition digital reporter T.C. Newman was reporting outside at the very moment the news broke.
You could definitely notice a hush come across the crowd as the flag spurted slower on the top of Buckingham Palace.
A bulletin was posted at the gates of the palace. It reads, the Queen died peacefully in Balmoral this afternoon.
In July, another world leader passed unexpectedly.
The world in shock today. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was giving this speech when he was assassinated.
In August, Mikhail Gorbachev, the final leader of the Soviet Union, died at 91. Former U.S. Secretary of State Madeleine Albright died in March at 84. Ivana Trump, the first wife of the former president, died in July.
It's the grand staircase inside Ivana Trump's Manhattan townhouse where the 73-year-old was found dead Thursday.
Stars of the stage and screen we lost include the legendary Sidney Poitier, who died in January at age 94.
He was a Hollywood icon, a trailblazer who made history as the first black man to win a Best Actor Oscar.
The beloved Angela Lansbury died in October.
A statement from her family said, Dame Angela Lansbury died peacefully at home in Los Angeles, just 5 days shy of her 97th birthday. The British-born actress is best known for playing the intrepid detective in Murder, She Wrote, the longest-running detective series in the history of television.
Star Trek's Nichelle Nichols died in July at age 89.
She played Lieutenant Uhura on the original Star Trek TV show. And you may not know this, but she got her start as a nightclub singer. And on one very special day, she serenaded us.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars.
Wise up, folks. We're all going out there. Tomorrow we're going out there again.
Oscar winner William Hurt died in March at age 71.
New York Herald Tribune!
In September, one of the world's most influential filmmakers, Jean-Luc Godard, died at 90. Director Peter Bogdanovich died in January at 82. Cheers star Kirstie Alley died in early December.
Tributes are pouring in today for Kirstie Alley. The actress passed away at age 71 after a short battle with colon cancer.
Comedian and TV dad Bob Saget died in January at 65.
He was the television dad for a generation of kids. Now they and many others are mourning the passing of Bob Saget.
That same month, comic and game show host Louis Anderson died at 68.
These are so much heavier than you think. But then so am I.
Comic and voice actor Gilbert Gottfried died in April at 67.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can hear the sound of my voice.
Comic actor Leslie Jordan died in October, also 67.
Leslie Jordan may have suffered a medical emergency, causing him to lose control of his gray BMW before crashing into the side of this building here in Hollywood. First responders administered life-saving measures for 40 minutes before pronouncing him dead at the scene.
And watermelon smashing comedian Gallagher died in November at 76. Sesame Street lost two of its pillars in 2022. Emilio Delgado, who played Luis the Fix-It Shop owner, died in March at age 81. Neighbor Bob McGrath, who was one of the founding cast members of the show, died in December. He was 90.
We can all be very happy that we had a chance to be with him. As you know, I love him a lot when he was here.
It was a tough year for Hollywood tough guys. Ray Liotta of Goodfellas fame died in May at 67. His Goodfellas co-star Paul Sorvino died in July at 83. Tony Sirico, aka Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos, died in July at 79. That same week, James Caan, one of the stars of The Godfather and Elf, died in July at age 82.
Caan's Godfather co-star Al Pacino says it's hard to believe that he won't be in the world anymore because he was so alive and daring.
In August, Anne Heche succumbed to injuries she sustained from an automobile accident.
The 53-year-old actress, who had been declared brain dead after her fiery car crash, was pronounced dead this morning.
In the world of sports, Hall of Fame basketball legend Bill Russell died in July at 88. Fellow NBA Hall of Famer Paul Silas died in December at 79. Hockey's Guy Lafleur died in April at 70. Football's Lynn Dawson died in August at 87. The Pittsburgh Steelers' Franco Harris died in December at 72. Baseball mourned the loss of 94-year-old Dodgers broadcaster Vin Scully in August.
I'm really overwhelmed by the fact that I've been so fortunate. God has